Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be teaching something a little bit different. A fishing rod. Yeah, you might be thinking, why are we doing a fishing rod? Why are we learning about this? This is not even a weapon. Well, it helps a lot, with tactical. So, people don't use it as well as or as much, but I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna give you all the intel on how this works and how to use it. Let's get into it. Going to start off with its uses for sword PvP. And the one use that I feel like would be the best is for combos. Or one of the best. So you already know how the fishing rod works. It's literally for fishing fish and then reel it back in, pretty much. But it can also hook many other things other than just fish, like this pig, and pull it. Or it can hook this zombie and pull it. And this also counts for players. So meaning that say you have a runner, this is one of the uses. Like somebody's running away from you. But you can hook them and then pull them back. And then use like a knockback thing. So what I use mostly for like fishing rod combos. So what I would do, I would hook the player if say they're trying to hit you. I would hook the player, like say they're like far away, like they're this far, then I'll hook them. Then what you do, how to start this combo, you wanna jump, and then right before you hit the ground, like you're doing a crit, jump and then reel it back in. So that way your enemy goes high up. And the higher enemy is, the easier it is for it to start combo. But this takes a lot of mastery practice though. So you want to just keep kind of spamming it so your enemy gets like high up in the air, kind of. And then that way, see how the zombie goes high. The zombie has the same hitbox as the player, so you would kind of understand it from here. So as you can see how it goes. See how it goes high in the air. You can also pull them towards you and start a combo. Keep them coming. This can also help start air combos as well. And that way, you can pop their totem faster and finish them off. And they usually won't be able to hit you back unless they just know about fishing rods. So that would just be kind of, you know. So, next thing you want to know is to practice this. It kind of takes a while. I would say like try to like kind of like time it right, like you're going in a rhythm, like hook and jump and then reel back when you hit the ground, and then try to kind of keep that rhythm, but like in a fast way, kind of try to kind of keep that rhythm going. That way you can slowly get them higher and higher into the air. Like every time they touch the ground, just like say how many times can get in a row. The more you can perfectly get in a row, the higher your enemy will go. Meaning, okay, I didn't mean to rhyme there, but meaning that it will help you start combos much easier. Because your enemy will already be in the air, so that way you can just combo them from there. And make sure once you start hitting them, the second you hit, start sprinting forward, because the fishing rod will emit a lot of knockback, as you can see there. So once you pull, and then once you stop pulling, then you want to stop moving, and then quickly switch forward. Like sprint, jump, move, everything. Like just keep going. Don't stop. They won't slow down. The knockback will be very intense, so they will like get knocked back all the way over there. Say, oh gosh, bro. Say like go like this, and then when I knock, if you get that perfectly like 3 times in a row, then you can like get them in the air. So I'd say like to keep your crosshair like a little bit above their head. That way you can hit them easier. Like that. And then see how they get knocked back very far. And because of that, that means you gotta move forward very quickly before they get knocked back out of your reach. So the second you hit them, sprint forward, sprint jump. I don't care. Just you got to get forward. Otherwise, you won't be able to hit them, and you'll lose the combo. Trick I recommend would be doing is, well, for now that we explained sword, now it's time for my favorite weapon, mace. So how this gonna work? Here's one trick. You can use the reel to kind of reel him back. We already talked about that. But if you like say you're trying to like get up here, kind of you're like coming up, your enemy's all the way over there. You want to try to kind of hook them. This is how you do it. You gotta hook them, pull them in, and then while you're pulling them in, jump and then mace, just like so. I don't want to mace him there, but yeah, you want to do that and make sure that way you can um do more damage because once you reel them in, they get higher up, so you can mace them from higher, meaning the wind burst will go higher, and that way you can land a hit on them, But keep in mind, fall damage also exists. So if you do fall damage, so the higher you go, like say you pillar up like incredibly high, like say you're like all the way up here, your wind charge building all the way up or something, and then like you're like up here kinda, and then you have to hook your enemy from all the way over here. Say you're like all the way up here, you're about to hook your enemy. But once you hook them, like the higher you go, the more the knockback kicks in. So that means like once you're in the air, that means when you pull them up, they'll go also very high. Oh gosh, bro, I got locked in. So they'll also go very, very high. So you wanna you gotta like hit them faster. Like you gotta like be on it. Like the second you hook them up, the second you hook them up here, you gotta be like just on that. You gotta be like just ready to hit the second, because they're gonna come here very incredibly fast. So what happened would be basically, so what you do, pull your enemy up, mace, let them fall, and that'll destroy another totem if they have another totem on, and then you can mace them right after that, which would be like just a triple totem pop combo, which would end them instantly. Because the fall damage also exists. That'll leave them on like half a heart. So if you manage to, say they're like low or like half health, then you pull them up, and then while you pull them up, you mace them. Then they fall down. That takes almost all their health if they have feather falling, and then you still fall down, right? You still have gravity, so meaning you'll fall down, and you'll still be able to mace them right after popping their totem. And if their feather falling just doesn't lock it, and they pop their totem on the way down, then they're just gonna get killed by the mace. So either way, they're kind of cooked. So that's a combo that I recommend doing. That was a very fun combo, I'd say, if you learn how to do it right. So that way you can quickly and easily easily mace. The next thing that I recommend, which would be well, now we're going to talk about crystals. We haven't talked about that ever in the videos, but so if you don't know how crystal works already, or respawn anchor, what you do, you place the respawn anchor, place a glowstone, swap back here, and then explode it. But yeah, so you push back there and then explode. So explosions, since the explosion mechanics are basically it's like all your health is like based on like where your feet are. So if I was like standing like in the ground, like if I was right here, you wouldn't take much damage from something like that. But if it was like, but say you're like a block above it, if you're like right here, and you're taking a bunch of damage, it's like all like your heart is inside your feet, like all your organs are just inside your feet, and then and then you have like only one chance. So like yeah, and then so what the fishing rod does, if I haven't told you already, how I did in the very start of this video. See, that way it will go in the air, and then while you're doing that, like the second, like instead of switching to your sword, you want to switch to the respawn anchor or crystal, and then click and then do your thing basically, and then just not really. Yeah, you want to just kind of make sure. Gosh, kind of want to make sure that you can get that very easily. Crystals work the same way. You get a crystal. You get a crystal. Get some obsidian. Some crystals, obsidian, and then say they're like in the air. You want to quickly just. You want to quickly just kind of, and then yeah. So you want to kind of just quickly um yeah. While they're in the air though, because while using your fishing rod, like say you're fishing them up, like they're like all the way in the air. While you're doing that, you want to like instantly be ready to just get some instant explosion, which will give them the maximum amount of damage, since they're right above the crystal. That will be very helpful for crystal PvP. And this is the same with carts too, just so you know. When you use carts, use a flame bow or a crossbow with flint and steel. And what you do is you pull the bow back. I recommend an easier one, which would be like placing the rail before you pull the bow back, because that's is very hard to do. So place the rail, or pull the bow back, place the rail in cart, and then now make it explode, basically. But that's also the same with like terrain. So say like your players up here. I explained this already, but say like you're carting right here, and the players that's standing on this block, they'll take the maximum amount of damage because their feet is like their life, basically. When you're dealing with explosions, so you always gotta protect your feet, pretty much. But when you're using the fishing rod, you can just spam and just put them in the sky. Just put them in the sky whenever you want to, as long as you can get the fishing rod chain. Kinda keep them in the sky. Like the more they touch, like what I recommend trying to do is trying every hook. Make sure you try to make sure they don't touch the ground, or yeah, or make sure like try. You can test with like a zombie or something. Like try to make sure they don't touch the ground. The less they touch the ground, the higher they go. So just make sure about that. And I think that shall be all for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and also comment on whatever you might need next. Yes, and I see you in the comments. You commented for this. So, again, for a third time, I have answered your question. Any other comments? Put them in the comment section. I'll answer them. If they're not impossible, then I'll answer them. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that's Razorwins out.